Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me look at the chat on my phone. My phone's been acting weird. Freezing up. Let's see who's in here. Alex, Jamie, Saz, good afternoon. Verbal, Jamie, Southern Mom, Jackie C, she's got her coffee. Linda K, Karen, good to see you. Never lose hope. Did I say Cheryl already? Cheryl, Faithful One, Denise R, Jean, Mandy Hall, Tremaine, aka the Professor. Happy Feet music. Yes, I love that little tune. Oh crap, that reminds me. I got to put their website in my description. You can use it. It's royalty free, copyright free, but you got to give them credit, you know. So did everyone have a good weekend? I talked to some of y'all yesterday morning, member stream. I was going to do another member stream yesterday evening, but there was just so much daggone drama going on. And I just noticed it's still going on this morning. Goodness gracious. But you know what? That's none of our business. So we're just not even going to talk about that. We got important things to talk about this morning. Where do I begin? There's so much going on. Hey, Julie. Good morning. Hope you're feeling better. So, okay, let's start with Carole Baskin. Oh my gosh, I was forced to listen to her video, 40 minutes long, probably more than that. I have never in my life heard someone talk so slow and so low in all my life. I mean, I talk slow. I try to because my accent, it's, people can't understand certain words I say. But this woman's mic'd up. She's got a microphone and you still can't hear her hardly. It's just ridiculous. But now she is coming for another creator, Ripperjack Media. Now, in her video, she's like, oh, I was just going through YouTube to see all the people that's slandering my name, and this guy had a whole playlist. Really, lady? Everybody knows that he was down there filming, they were searching a lake for Dawn's body this weekend. She tries to play dumb. And oh my gosh, this lady's writing. She writes everything down, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a writer myself. I got notebooks and notebooks full of stuff. I don't keep a journal though. I don't know why, but I don't. But her writings are crazy. Just completely crazy. In this latest video, boy, was it a doozy. Damn, I wish we could play some of it. She's talking about how she met Dawn, all Dawn's lovers. Dawn's lover, Pam, her name is Pam. And she was like this witch. And she was like in the order of Echo Bar. And I'm like, what in the hell is the order of Echo Bar? So I go try to search it. I can't find anything about it. It just keeps on popping up Pablo Escobar. But this woman allegedly, and I guess Carole believed it, told her she had special powers. Crazy crap. TC, Bieber, Debbie, Lisa. Right, CC, Carole playing dumb. I can't listen to her. You're better than me. Hopefully she's going down. I'm going to go to her YouTube for a minute. I need to read what's in her description. The funny thing in this video, she's talking about how Ripper takes her words out of context. Like she had in some of her writing something about killing her husband if she had to. Now, her claims was, oh, because he was abusive and, I was just saying if, I had to basically defend myself. She's a freaking idiot. She's going to sue everybody. That's what she likes to do. That's what she's good for. She goes around suing everybody. Look how many lawsuits she's been in. Dozens. Not just with Joe Exotic. Different people. That's why she married Carole Baskin, more than likely. He's a lawyer. He seems like he is a gentle soul, but gosh, he's just so gullible. I don't think he's gained common sense. Kat, good to see you. Where you been? Hope you've been doing good. She definitely needs to be held accountable for her hubby's death. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. During that whole video, she doesn't really say much about Dawn's disappearance at all. She's just talking about her name being slandered and reading this long letter that she wrote to Dawn's wife. Now, something I was confused about is, did she ever send that to Gladys? I think her name's Gladys. Or was that just something she wrote down venting? She was calling it a manuscript. She's been writing her story her whole life. That's what she says. She's an idiot. In this video, she actually has the nerve to say something about Dawn's mistress, Pam. Like she wouldn't have had anything, she said, if it hadn't been for Dawn giving her money so she could, have these different businesses. And I thought, wow, you wouldn't have had crap either if it hadn't been for Dawn. He was going to divorce her ass. See, that's the only reason she's able to file all these suits. Yeah. Hey, Shug. Yes, we've missed you. Where you been? I was wondering about you. Let her try and sue Ripper. Know him, he welcomes it. Then the discovery will be open to him, and she won't want that. Well, they were searching a lake. I think Dawn used to own that property. I think there's actually may have been alligators in there. But they had a forensic diver there. Now, here's something I was curious about because I'm nosy. I want to know who paid for that search. Did Ripper pay for that search? Who paid for that? Who had that done? Ripper? I don't know. Ripper's a great guy. I know him. He doesn't do anything that he doesn't have proof of. I really like Ripper. Yeah, I just discovered his channel one day, and when I started watching his video, I was like, yeah, I'm going to like this guy. So I subscribed. And then I ran into you, Linda, in the chat one day, remember? You're remodeling your RV. Cool, Shug. I wish I had an RV. Need to come see me in your RV. I saw something about Jeff Lowe, too. Let me look real quick. I can't stand that son of a gun. Oh, let me get my screen recorder off. I was recording some body cam footage earlier. Okay. Tiger King's Jeff Lowe is being sued by the state of Oklahoma for $50,000 in back taxes. Now, that came out 4 days ago, but somehow I had missed that. Yeah, he's got all this money. He's rich, but he doesn't pay his taxes. Never lose hope. I will put your comment up. The witch apologized to Gladys for ruining her life. Now, Gladys really loved Dawn. Lord, they got children together. They was married for years. And here comes this tramp in and breaks up their marriage. Now, according to the witch, we'll call her the witch, the blonde-headed witch, Dawn had all kinds of lovers. He must have been a real ladies' man. He picked up the wrong one when he picked up Carole. Is the insurance company that paid out the death benefits in estimating Don's murder or Don's kids? I don't know, Jamie. Carole got everything. The kids only got 10%. They took her to court. They didn't have the money to fight her. And they got 10% of what their daddy had. She didn't even have Don a memorial service when he was declared legally dead. I tried to search back through old video footage, and I found some old interviews Carole had done with the news when Don first went missing and a few years after that and stuff. And I'm telling you, there's something really wrong with that lady. It's always the same. Her voice, the way she talked, it's like she's always the same, in the same manner. Her voice never goes high. It's so weird. It's like she doesn't have emotions. There's got to, okay, so like 3 or 4 handwriting experts has came out and said that the will was forged. That was not Don's signature. Well, the statute of limitations is up, so she can't be charged with it, Carole. But there's got to be something they can do, like a civil suit or something. The kids are looking for an attorney to take the case because they're going to come after Carole. I think there's like 4 handwriting experts. 4 different ones. They're not all wrong. Come on. She'll probably go through YouTube reporting anyone that talks about her, says anything negative about her. But you know what? This is the United States of America. She was on a Netflix documentary, and her husband disappeared without a trace. And she don't care. And she don't want nobody to talk about it. That's what I'm trying to say. We're going to talk about it. It's the United States of America. We have that right. She's trying to silence people. She's trying to silence Ripper. She's trying to scare him so he'll quit doing videos on her. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. My Fort CC going to go off. Emily. Hey, girl. Hope you're doing well. It's a matter of time, CC. She will be brought down. Yeah, that woman's evil. I have the right to my opinion, and I'm going to say it. Carole Baskin don't scare me. She can sue me. She won't get nothing. Mean-ass rooster, maybe. She might take possession of Sonny Rooster. That'd be about it. She'd never touch my goat, though, or dogs. Guarantee you that. But anyhow, she won't be getting nothing. Oh, my gosh. It's a stream early. Well, it's 10:47 here. Well, hope you had a good time this weekend. Thought you were going to a wedding. Mac, we're talking about your favorite person, Carole Baskin. That you know what, down in Florida. I'm not going to call her that. For her to get on that video, I just laughed when she said, oh, I was just going through YouTube looking for people that slandered my name, and I came across this guy, Ripper Jack Media. That is not what happened. She knew that he was down there in Florida, and they were searching that lake over the weekend. I saw in the comment section someone said, well, maybe if you would have answered his letter, Ripper must send her a letter. And she's like, I'm not giving interviews to a, how did she say that? True crime sleuth or something like that. I have turned down BBC. And she went to name all kinds of different news stations, right? And I was just like, oh, gosh. She acts like she's in a constant trance. Yeah, Julie, like she's always the same. Like her voice, it's always at the same level. She's always talking like this. I did not kill my husband, Don. Oh, yeah. In this video, she makes sure to point out that Don has crashed planes before. Because that's what she wants everybody to believe. She wants everybody to believe he took an uncharted flight, didn't tell anyone, and he crashed, disappeared. They never found the plane or his body. That's what she wants everybody to believe. That's why in the video she posted, she repeated it over and over and over. Pure psycho verbal. I mean, she acts like no one can have an opinion. Like she's been all over the freaking news article after, one right after another. And she don't want nobody to talk about it. Like, who the hell does she think she is? If I go on a documentary right now, people are going to talk about me afterwards. It's just the way it is. People are going to talk about me having a YouTube channel. That's right, Jamie. She better leave me alone. I'll put that damn mean-ass rooster on her. Hey, if she's involved in this, if she is involved in Dawn's disappearance, karma will get her. I firmly believe that. Whatever you put out into this universe, you get back, whether it be good or bad. Now, I'm getting riled up over Carole, so we're going to move on to the next topic. And it's a sad one, guys. I shared this in my Patreon yesterday, but a dad forgot his 2 kids in his locked truck, ages 4 and 3, for hours as temperatures reached over 90 degrees. It's already starting. I'm sorry, guys, but I just have a hard time believing anybody could forget a kid in the car. Here they are. It's a brother and sister. I will read y'all the story. An Oklahoma dad has been charged with murder after he left his 2 children locked in a truck for several hours on Saturday as temperatures soared into the low 90s. Dustin Lee Dennis, 31, told police he drove to Tulsa Quick Trip with Tegan, age 4, and Ryan, age 3, about noon. When he returned, a neighbor's security camera showed him getting out of the truck and locking it, then going inside without the children. He fell asleep for 4 or 5 hours, he said, and when he awoke, he couldn't find the kids. He told police he found them on the truck's floor and moved them inside where paramedics pronounced them dead. Jesus. The children had not been checked on for nearly 5 hours during the time they were locked inside the vehicle, the arrest report said. A GoFundMe set up by the children's aunt said they were at their father's for visitation and are survived by their mother, Cheyenne, sisters Emma and Ava, and brothers Brantley, Tyler, and Trayton. Dennis has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, and his bond has been set at $750,000. He is expected in court on Friday. With the approach of summer and hot temperatures, law enforcement asked parents and caretakers to be mindful of children in closed vehicles. The temperature rises quickly, and children begin to suffer symptoms of heat stroke within minutes. And it's the same thing with dogs, animals, any kind of animal. I don't believe he forgot them. I think he done this on purpose. They were there for visitation. Probably done this to get back at the mother. So cute. They look like twins, but they're not. One's 4 and one's 3. I'm going to write that down. It said he was going to court on Friday. Let me go back down. What was his last name? I forgot that quickly. Dustin Dennis. Dustin Dennis. I want to see what happens with this case. So I'm going to write it on my planner. Sorry about that. Let me look at the chat a second. Aren't they beautiful? How in the name of God could anyone forget their kids? Hey, Robin. What's going on this morning? We just discussed 2 kids that were left in a truck, locked in a truck. It was 90 degrees outside. Their dad left them in there, went in the house, went to sleep for 5 hours, woke up, couldn't find the kids, went outside, found them on the floor of the truck, carried them in, called 911. They were sadly passed away. And I think he did it on purpose. They were there visiting him. I just don't see how anyone could forget a kid in the car. I really don't. I'm like the most forgetful person in the world. I can't remember who I say hi to 2 seconds ago. I've never forgot about my son. Never when he was little or anything. Have y'all? I mean, I just don't buy these people's stories as an excuse to kill their kids. They won't act like it's an accident, some of them. I don't know. I just don't buy that crap. Oh gosh, guys, here's something about an online predator, pervert. They just put this up. I didn't plan on reading this, but missing girl held against her will, drugged and raped by suspected online pervert who lured her to meet him. A California man is behind bars after police say he held a girl against her will while raping and drugging her. Investigators are now looking for additional victims. ABC 7 reports the San Bernardino County authorities arrested 31-year-old Joshua Lewis Blackwell Talon on charges of rape and false imprisonment on Friday. He's accused of grooming a minor he met online in an attempt to lure her to a hotel room. The victim, an unidentified teen girl labeled as a runaway, was found with Blackwell Talon off of University Avenue at a hotel in Loma Linda. Police arrested the suspect and booked him into the West Valley Detention Center. Where's his daggone picture? I didn't see it. The page is not loaded up right. Oh, there he is. Let's play this. It may not play if I'm screen sharing, though. It's bad for that. Well, okay, it was going to play.
Want you to take a good look at this guy, Joshua Lewis Blackwell Talent. He was arrested after being accused of drugging and raping a minor at a hotel on University Avenue. Investigators say the 31-year-old used the internet to lure the victim to the hotel, where she was then held against her will. Investigators believe there may be more victims out there.
Oh, my goodness. He looks like a creep. Oh, I saw I got a super chat. Sunny Rooster feed money. Thank you, Will. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know what? It's about time to get them some more feed. I'm getting low. I got about half a bag left out of a 50-pound bag. So I would use that on him. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Will. I'm trying to see how I can highlight that. Oh, there it is. Now it lets you highlight the super chats. Cool. Michelle P. Is Mel Mel in here? It's TC. I don't know if I said hi to her. David. Topping. Hello. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Did I say hi to Light Feather? Light Feather. Thank you, Will, again. I appreciate that. Got to be careful who you talk to online. There are some really crazy people on the internet. I'm here to tell you. Crazy. There's some crazy things that goes on here on YouTube also. I read a story this morning. I'm telling you, there's more child abuse in the news than there used to be, I feel like. Every time I go to look, see what's happening in the true crime section, there's always a child that's been abused or murdered, tortured. I'll never understand it. This story right here is going to blow y'all's mind. These two women, let me X out this. Florida women arrested after 6-month-old baby boy found drowned inside a plastic container. If it hadn't been for this cop, the other kids, something probably would have happened to them too. I'm going to read y'all the story. 2 Florida women are facing criminal charges after the death of a 6-month-old baby who was found inside a plastic container. The Brevard County Sheriff's Office this week arrested Tanya Galvin, 41, Ricky Nicole Tubbs, 25, after deputies made the horrific discovery several months ago. On March 1st, a deputy saw 3 young children walking alone in Cape Canaveral. After speaking with the children, who ranged in ages from 2 to 4, deputies went to their home. Inside the residence, Galvin was found sleeping and told deputies she did not know where the children had been and that she assumed they were in the care of Tubbs, according to the sheriff's office. Because the 2-year-old was wet and smelled of urine, a deputy began looking for diapers to change the child. That's when the deputy found an infant who was naked and unconscious inside a plastic storage container. The deputies immediately started CPR and paramedics rushed the child to a local hospital. He was later pronounced dead. Authorities identified the child as Scorpio Sharp. He was 6 months old. An autopsy determined he died from drowning. Child welfare officials subsequently took the remaining children out of the home and placed them in foster care. Thank God. Where's the rest of my article? Okay, here's their pics again. Tubbs had reportedly been away from... Oh, crap, I hate those advertisements. Had been away from the residence since the previous night and was supposed to return before the children's father went to work the following morning. When Tubbs did not come back, the father still left for work and told Tubbs to return home as soon as possible to the kids, who were reportedly all alive at the time. And he didn't want them left with Galvin for a long time, basically is what it's saying. The investigation further determined that Tubbs had consumed alcohol and narcotics during the evening and did not return to the residence until after the infant had been discovered by deputies. Prosecutors have charged Galvin with aggravated manslaughter of a child as well as violation of probation, while Tubbs is facing a charge of neglect of a child with great bodily harm. Both remain in jail. So I'm assuming Tubbs is the mother here. What was her first name? Her last name is Nicole Tubbs. So the older lady, she's 41, Tanya Galvin, was watching the kids when the baby drowned. She must have let that baby drown, or she drowned it on purpose, and then put it in the storage container. And then when the deputies got there, because they found those other kids wandering around outside, he went to change that one kid's diaper, got into a storage container, and found the baby dead. Wow. Cement Shoes, hey. Mel, how you been? I know. There's no words for this, Mel. No words. You was in here when I was talking about the hot car death, wasn't you? So what else is going on here? I hate all these advertisements. You be reading crime online and that big Nancy Grace blue thing pops up every time. That is so annoying. Did y'all see the video footage of Rayshard Brooks? The police shot him. Well, there was he resisted arrest and stole the police officer's guns. I didn't really know what to think about this video footage, to be honest, if I can find it. I don't even know if we should watch it. Just having my quarterly midlife crisis. I know, Mel, this is actually a bad week for me on the 17th, June 17th. It's the anniversary of when I witnessed that suicide. And just a hard time of year for me. I don't know if the body cam footage will play or not. I don't think we need to watch it anyways. I don't think the police officer should have shot that guy. I mean, yeah, he did get the taser from him, but why couldn't the other guy just tase him? Why'd they have to shoot him? I think it might have even shot him in the back. Okay, so I was going to talk about Lori Vallow a little bit this morning, too. I want to get to that. Because Charles Vallow, gosh, he had a really pretty ex-wife, Charles Vallow. His ex-wife spoke out and she said, since they found the kid's body, she's 100% sure they killed Charles. And I'm like, well, yeah, I knew that before. I knew that before they found the kid's remains. God left their hearts. Okay, the discovery of the bodies of J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan proves 100% that cult mom Lori Vallow's fourth husband, Charles Vallow, was murdered. His first wife told British tabloid The Sun. Charles was shot and killed last summer by his then wife's brother, Alex Cox, allegedly in self-defense. Lori married doomsday author Chad Daybell in October, just weeks after his first wife died of mysterious circumstances. Now, Kimberly Friedmutter, a celebrity hypnotherapist and former model who married Charles Vallow in 1985, told The Sun that she regrets divorcing Charles after he cheated on her. There wouldn't have been other wives, and there wouldn't have been Lori if I had stayed with him, says Friedmutter, age 57. That's a weird name. This wouldn't even have occurred. He would still be alive. Okay, I was trying to go back and look what her first name was. We'd been married such a short time, but he did fight for our marriage. He fought for years to not get divorced. But apparently, he was fighting for a divorce from Lori Vallow, she said. Friends have said that he was literally running after Lori, trying to find her to give her the divorce papers, she said. Lori didn't even go to church for a long time because she didn't want him to find her to hand her the divorce papers, she said. So that's how badly he wanted to get divorced from her. I knew he did not believe in divorce, so that suggests that something very bad was going on in this marriage. Well, yeah, of course. Lori thought she's the chosen one. Charles was possessed. Lori Vallow was arrested in February in Hawaii and extradited back to Idaho, where she's charged with desertion and non-support of dependent children. On Tuesday, police executed a warrant at Chad Daybell's home and found 2 sets of human remains. Rexburg police said Saturday those remains have been identified as JJ and Tylee. Chad was arrested on Tuesday and charged with felony destruction or concealment of evidence. Yeah, we need some murder charges for these 2 birds. I'd like to ask Lori Vallow this. What kind of bird can't fly, Lori? A jailbird. Sort of teleporter outside jail. Kimberly, who lives in Las Vegas, told The Sun that she's absolutely devastated to learn the children's remains had been found. It kills the hope that there was a chance of all this being a terrible mistake, she said. It has really now become a very scary and very evil and very wrong. Kimberly Friedmutter mused that Lori Vallow believed anybody that kept her from Chad was a zombie. Oh, I totally agree. Anyone that kept her from Chad was a zombie, yes. Anyone that got in her way. God, I can't stand that woman. Okay. Okay, and you can see now that they found and confirmed that it's the children's remains, that there was nothing that was going to stand in their way from the beginning, she said, adding that Charles may have not been the first casualty either. Lori Vallow's third husband, Joseph Ryan, Tylee's father, died of a heart attack in 2018. Her third husband, they said it was a heart attack, but who knows? that could have been a poisoning or anything, Kimberly said. Police have given no indication they believe Joseph Ryan died from anything other than a heart attack. Well, they may not be given no indication, but I guarantee the cops have discussed it among themselves and's been looking into it. Guarantee it. They need to be looking into her sister's death too. Lori's a black widow. For people to do stuff like this, they must have never been normal. They've always had that in them. I don't know how else to describe it. Mary Mary. Hey, girl. Did you have a good weekend? Gosh, she's a really pretty girl. Yeah, she's a total black widow, Verbal. Melanie Boudreau's ex, the one that was shot at, he thought Alex Cox shot at him. He's lucky to be alive. They were going to try to get rid of him. Of course, they were trying to kill him. He dodged the bullet, literally. Melanie's probably the one that made a deal. I always believed Lori's niece, Melanie, she always knew what was going on. I always thought she might not know that. I always used to think maybe she didn't know the kids were dead, but I don't know. She probably did know. I just want to know all the details because all these what ifs are killing me. Lori Vallow's a sociopath and a murderer. She had a hand in every one of the deaths. Brandon was shot at, CC. Yeah, Brandon. That's what I'm saying. He literally dodged the bullet. And he was pretty sure that it was Alex Cox that shot at him. Lori's brother. Now, deceased brother. Yes, they are lucky they had her in jail. She would have more end up dead. Yeah. It's a wonder if they didn't kill Melanie, Gibb, anyone that knew, about all their crazy shenanigans they had going on. All this crazy cult stuff. Their stupid prophecies. I don't know, visions, whatever you want to call them. I call it prophecies. Because I think that's what they were doing, like prophesizing. July 2020. Lori's going to lead 140,000 people into heaven's gates. Jesus mercy. Who could ever believe such hogwash? She might be leading some demons into hell. That's it. From what I can understand, from what just listening to Melanie Gibbs' interview, Charles's ex-wife's right. Anybody that got in their way, they're a zombie. First it was Charles, then it moved to JJ and Tylee. Lori, I don't know. Who could believe such crap? Do y'all think she really believed all that stuff Chad was saying? Having these visions. I mean, how dumb is she? He said that he had a vision. Charles was going to die in a car accident. Charles didn't die in a car accident. Tammy was going to die in a car accident. Tammy didn't die in a car accident. Doesn't it clue her in? He's full of crap. If someone told me a story like that, I'd laugh. I'd laugh in their face. Wait. Tammy was also shot at 2 weeks before she died. TC, really? I didn't know that. Molly Evans, I am still in shock that Lori murdered her kids. I think she will try and say she knew nothing about the deaths. Chad told her that he had placed them in private school. Lori won't take responsibility. Molly, I totally agree with you. I was saying that the other day. when I heard that when the kids' remains were found, it was rumored she like tore up her jail cell where they was keeping her at. And I was thinking, she's setting it up to act like, she didn't know they were deceased, that Chad, told her he took them and someone was keeping them stashed somewhere. Totally agree. She's going to blame it all on him. Do you know what? Lori is the most responsible in my eyes because she was their mother. She should have never had her kids around that lunatic. She's supposed to love and care and protect her kids. This is all her fault. It's their fault too, Chad's fault, and I believe Alex is involved too. I believe he did some of their dirty work. Did he kill his own niece and nephew for his sister? Is the question I want to know. Jamie Paintgun, that's what Chad told her it probably was. So Tammy got shot at. Excuse me, guys. Tammy got shot at, and Charles told her it was probably a paintball gun. Yep, Lori's going to cover her own behind. She cares more about number one in her eyes. Makes me sick how kind and helpful Tylee was to Lori, and she did this to her and JJ. I know. Tylee looks like Lori, too. Tylee's beautiful, though. I mean, let me say this, she had some of Lori's features. Poor thing. She was like a mother to JJ, from what I understand. Lori just out gallivanting around everywhere. And Tylee having to take care of her little brother. What about his adult kids that they were living? How did they not see anything? They were living there, right? Yeah, they were living there. Yeah, some of his adult kids were living there with him. Now, I think his daughter that's got the kids, she had planned on moving into that house, and Chad and his other kids were going to move to another place. Lisa, from what I think, it was Melanie P. Alex would have killed the children if he thought it was part of the mission. Yeah, because his friends, they did an interview. I agree with you, Liz. And they said how, deep he was into religion. He believed everything that Lori said, too. He bought it all, hook, line, and sinker. He must have worshipped the ground his sister walked on. I've always thought he was their hit man, the one that done the dirty work. And then a while back, there was an article that came out, and it said police had made some kind of connection between Alex Cox and Tammy Daybell. They didn't elaborate on what that was. Love to know that. Somebody commented and said something about they could have used some kind of, I think it's called Malachite poisoning. I may not be pronouncing that right. But they said, during an autopsy, unless they were looking for that specific poison, they wouldn't find it unless they was looking for it. That's what someone commented and said. And they said it made that pink foam come out your mouth. And Tammy's daughter said the morning she died, Tammy had pink foam coming out of her mouth. And when Alex died in the bathroom, I think he had foam coming out of his mouth too. I think that was said in the 911 call. I think that's what Angel's Old Memories said one day in here. Enough blame to go around. Yeah, they're all guilty. But Lori is the most guilty in my eyes because she was their mother. Y'all know what I mean? Saz, be careful, hun. Oh, that's a pretty picture, Saz. That is so pretty. Be safe driving. Don't text and drive. See what Liz says here. I think that if they have not arrested Chad for murder of Tammy, they have found anything yet to connect him. I'm wondering why. Okay, I think they've not released the autopsy results of Tammy because they have found something. Now, I could be wrong. Oh my God, Liz, your little dog is so cute. Oh my goodness. It's a little chihuahua. Oh, reminds me of my little bear I used to have. 30 years of marriage, 5 kids, and that's the thanks poor Tammy gets. Yeah, that's the thanks she gets for bearing his children and being a faithful wife. He had an affair on her and murdered her so he could go be with his home wrecking mistress. Oh, they're so religious, but having an affair when you're married's okay, right? And murdering people, that's all right. Murdering children. Chad just didn't want a divorce. Didn't want to get a divorce, but, I mean, it just don't make no sense, guys. They're so into religion, but they'll have affairs and have sex out of wedlock and murder people. It just don't make no sense. Yes, that's my little boy. I also have his sister, little girl. Oh, they're so cute. I love. There's a little chihuahua that lives down the road for me. It's like really, really little, and it acts like it's mean as hell. It's so funny. It's just, it's hilarious. It's so little. It probably don't weigh 4 pounds. I doubt it even weighs 4 pounds. Tammy would go along with his lifestyle, and he wanted to live to kill her for money. Yeah, Tammy was religious and stuff, but she didn't believe that crap he was trying to sell. I believe in God too. I believe certain people has had spiritual visions. Some people have special gifts. There's real mediums in the world and stuff. There's a lot of people that fake that stuff, and Chad's one of them. He probably never had a near-death experience. He had like several of them. If he did have one, it was one. That's it. That's my opinion. Religion was an excuse for doing whatever they liked. They're not religious. Yeah, I just don't, it just blows my mind when you hear them talking about all this religious stuff, but they murdered their spouses, they murdered children, they had an affair. But yet Chad didn't want a divorce after he committed, the worst sin of all, murder. Didn't want a divorce. People's nuts. I can't understand it because I'm not crazy like them. They need an old-fashioned whipping's what they need. They ought to let the public decide what happens to those two. They got the death penalty in Idaho. Sounds like Chad might be obsessed with death. It sounds like he is. He's got all kinds of books about it he's written, self-published. I wonder how many affairs he's really had on Tammy. Well, I take him as the type of guy that maybe has not had that many affairs. Wait, TC says 4 or 5, so really? There is no insanity plea in Idaho, I don't think. I hope not. They're not insane. They're not insane. They knew exactly what they were doing. I do believe Lori's got some type of mental illness, of course. She could be schizophrenic or something. He's ugly as a hat full of assholes. He is. I had a picture of them side by side in their mug shots. I'm trying to find it in my Google Drive. I wanted to show y'all. They got the same frown on their face. I may not have uploaded it to my drive. I can't remember. I don't think I did. Something must be, my Wi-Fi is sucking this morning. No, there's Chad's ugly mug shot. Let me see if I can find it online. Yeah, they got the same, like, frown. See if I can, I'm trying to look for it, guys. Damn, where did I see that side-by-side mugshot at today? Here, I can show you like this. And then we'll click on Lori's. Let me screen share. Yeah, they got the same look. Maybe they are possessed. I think they're the devil. So we got Chad's. I think he's actually trying to smirk, but he's got like a permanent frown on his face, right? And Lori, I wish I knew how to enlarge this. Lori has that same downward frown. I wonder what a body language expert would say about that frown. I've not watched the dialogue channel in a while. I need to see if she's got anything on her. Lori Vallow. I don't know if she's analyzed her yet. Here's a close-up of it. This picture's got Kylie and JJ, bless their hearts. I really hope they didn't know that they were going to be murdered. And they didn't have to feel no fear, pain, panic, anything like that. Even in this mugshot of Lori, she's got, well, Chad's smiling. That must be his driver's license picture. But it's got that downward frown. And he's got the same frown. Dialogue is great. I love that channel, Mandy. I love it. I love that lady's voice, too. I love her accent. Malachite is a toxic. If ingested, it attacks the lungs in a variety of ways. First, by coating the inner lining and blocking the transmission of oxygen into the bloodstream. Alex Cox died of a blood clot in the lung. Molly, thank you. That guy that commented must have had it misspelled in the comment section because he had it spelled Malachi or Malachi or something like that. Thank you. That makes sense. But would the person know that they were ingesting the poison, Molly? Does this poison have a taste? I'm behind in chat, CC. Oh, okay. You're watching the replay? I do that a lot too. Malachite. Thank you, Emily. Is that malachite like the stone? Is it powder? I don't know. I got to look it up myself now. Let's see what we can find. Molly's been a lifesaver. Malachite, a copper carbonate hydroxide mineral. Okay, malachite poisoning. Okay. Okay, here's something somebody has wrote in like a forum, and it's talking about malachite poisoning. I have since checked the internet and found there's been other cases of malachite or copper sulfate poisoning. Let me click on it and see. I couldn't see what all it said. Okay, someone's saying you should definitely wear a protective mask when working with malachite asbestos. Wow, I wonder if they did this, if they used that, did anyone have access to chemicals like that? I have doubts about Chad burying the kids. Wasn't he a former gravedigger? Did a pretty sloppy job. Do you know how deep the graves were, Carolina girl? I have a picture someone sent me. It's a clip of Chad sitting on a piece of equipment, and it's from a newspaper article, and they did an article about him being a grave digger. Now, from the aerial shots, the graves looked kind of deep, but they could have just looked that way because, the picture was took from up in the air. You could buy a stone and grind it yourself. Hey, the stones are beautiful. I just looked at one. Jesus, there's thunder and lightning here. My two dogs just flew in the door. T-phone, everything went flying. Oh gosh, Karen. My Skylar, she's scared to death of thunder. She don't like it when it rains real hard and you can hear it on the roof. And she don't like wind. She don't like gunshots. She don't like fireworks. Malachite is not supposed to leave any traces. Oh, wait, she says, Michelle, it's not supposed to leave any traces. Oh, my bad. Think only Lori had the Malachite ring. She ordered it on Amazon, paid for it out of Charles's account. So that's the same kind of stone that she ordered in a ring from Amazon. I didn't know that. That's the type of ring that she ordered. That's what type of stone it had in it, I should say. Malachite is found up in Idaho, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my goodness. Jane, yes, minerals are rocks usually. You can find them in a natural setting. Wow. Yeah, that's very telling, getting it like feather. Did Lori order the same kind of stone? Just because they had used that stone to poison Tammy? Maybe even Alex. Somehow I just get the feeling Alex did that to himself. I could be wrong. Right, ding, ding, ding. The ring is poison. Wow. Goodness gracious. Big symbolism there. Yes, Emily. Gosh. Could y'all all be right? And that's what they used? It's a good possibility y'all's onto something. That's why I like talking to you guys. Malachite deposits found in northwestern Idaho and Utah, and then the U.S. Arizona. Oh, wow. Let's go into the kitchen, guys. I got to get some coffee. Better unplug my Chromebook before I get up and try to walk away. Wow, that makes sense now. I was wondering where everybody just came up with, like, the malachite. That makes sense now. That's what the stone in her ring is that she ordered. Oh, my God. My mind is blown, guys. My mind is blown with that. AKA Shazaza. Is it Shazaza? I think I always say that wrong. That's what I want to know. How is it made into poison? Great question. Let me highlight this. I guess. Oh, TC said the same thing. What form does the poison come in? Those are great questions. Lori bought the ring 17 days before Tammy died. Yes. See, that right there shows that was premeditated. They planned on her dying because they killed her. Let me look at it. Bottom of my Chromebook was feeling funny. Grind it up, Emily says. Can anybody tell what ring, if any, Chad had? Great question. Maybe we could go back through some pictures and try to zoom in. I thought he just had a wedding band. That doesn't mean it didn't have like some tiny stones or something. Could not have loved Tammy. Even, okay, let's say that Tammy died of natural causes, right? Let's just say that for a minute. If she died of natural causes, he didn't love her to run off with somebody else. Hell no. These people's not capable of love. Lori couldn't have loved her children either. I believe you would just have to grind it up and sprinkle it in food or drink. Thank you, Michelle. Could you been handling the stone shouldn't be harmful? Myself, I have a sensitivity to metal. If I hold a metal object, sterling silver does not bother me. Anything else, gold or anything, if I hold it, my hands start tingling, burning, they turn red, I start itching. It's the craziest thing ever. And I discovered this when I was trying to learn to crochet. With the crocheting little hook things, needles, whatever they're called. Yeah, it's crazy. My grandmother is the same way. And I got to looking online if it had anything to do with my Rh negative blood. And yeah, people with Rh negative blood can have like an allergic reaction to metal. It's the craziest thing. When I helped Mark set up the trampoline to make the little chicken run, yeah, my hands turned blood red. It's crazy. See, you're sensitive to different metals. Yes. Now, like my granny, she can't use hold silverware for a long time. But silver, sterling silver, does not bother me. I am Rh negative too, and I am the same way with different metals. Michelle, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that because I've never met anyone else besides my granny that had a sensitivity to metal. Now, I don't know what blood type my grandmother is. She's probably RH negative. I had to take that shot when I was like 27 weeks because I'm RH negative. Then I had to take another shot after I had my son. Do you have fibromyalgia too? Well, I think I do got some kind of fibromyalgia or something going on because I have these little spells, as I call them, to where my skin gets really sore. Like this morning, my skin's like that right now, actually. This morning, I went to move my bra down at the back. You know how you pull your bra down? And I just touched my rib back there, and it hurt like hell. It's like my body feels bruised. I've been having this go on for a long time, a year or two. And it just does it. CC Taylor is RH negative and the same with metals. Oh, really? I can't wear fake gold earrings. Me either. I can only wear sterling silver. Well, you poor women, CC and Michelle. Yeah, if me and Michelle and Taylor had have lived back in like the old timey days, we probably would have died being pregnant. Because when you get like I think it's about 27 weeks pregnant, having this RH negative blood, you basically, all the food and nutrients stop going to the baby. It's the only way I know how to describe it. Michelle knows what I'm talking about. Should mention it to who, Ellie? Michelle don't have fibromyalgia. Well, I'm not sure that I've got it, but something's going on. I'm B negative also. I think Timothy's blood type is, his blood type is O positive. Oh, law enforcement. Thank you, Carolina girl. I was like, who's LE? She said, I just Googled Lori's wedding photos and I don't see her wearing the ring. Oh, wow. She kills me in that wedding photo and Chad holding that ukulele. Them just having the time of their lives on the beach and her two kids buried in Chad's backyard. Pure evil. You should check with your doctor. I need to go to the doctor for a checkup. Gosh, I've been saying it for 2 years. Interesting. I feel like my skin doesn't fit. Oh, really, Emily? Does your skin not ever feel like it's sore? Congrats, Emily. Oh, did someone have a baby? Congratulations. I must have missed it. Congrats to soon to be grandma. Oh, soon to be grandma. Well, congrats. Babies are the best. I just watched a cute story on the news this morning where this cop, he actually saved a baby that stopped breathing when it was only like 4 or 5 days old. Well, it's been a year since that happened, and the parents decided to make that cop the godfather of the baby. It was so cool. What was even cooler about it, it was a white cop, an African-American family. So that was good to see. Still some good cops out there, guys. Like I always say, there's good and bad people in every walks of life, however you want to say it. All over the world, there's good and bad people in every profession, just everywhere. Yes, tender to the touch. Yeah, Emily, that's the way that I do. Like, I can just, like, barely bump into the wall, and it hurts like hell. I love babies. I can't wait to snuggle him. Oh, this baby that was on the news, that's the prettiest little baby. It had the video footage of, when the cop saved the baby, and don't really know why it stopped breathing. It didn't say. But yeah, a year later, he was, they kept in touch that whole time. Comes over and sees the baby, sits on the floor and plays with the baby, and, they decided that, hey, he should be the godfather. It was meant for him, he said, to be going down that street at that exact same time. Because here come, people flagging him down. Baby had stopped breathing, newborn. Hey, we only have one life. Hey, hon, how are you? How's the animals? Hey, we only have one life. She's got, is it miniature ponies you've got, or is it donkeys? Or do you got both? I can't remember. But they're cute. I do know that. I know one's name was Jack. I think it was choking on milk. It might have been. Beautiful. Beautiful baby. Have y'all seen the new Gerber baby? She's adorable. No. Do y'all know the story of the original Gerber baby? Have you ever seen her give news interviews? Yeah, I think she said that her mom's friend actually sketched that picture of her and sent it in to Gerber. She was the Gerber baby. Shetland horses. They're pretty. They're pretty. We only have one life. Most people that own horses and birds, and of course dogs and stuff, are gentle souls. Horses are majestic creatures. I love watching documentaries about the wild horses. I've only saw a couple on it, but it's pretty cool. The wild mustangs. Gerber. Her name is Mongolia. I'm probably not saying that right. I'm going to have to look up Shetland ponies because my mind is just drawing a blank, y'all. I've got to be getting off here. Oh, yeah. I knew that one horse that she had, its mane was real pretty. Oh, they are so pretty. They're so little. They're little like Annabelle. No, Molly, I didn't catch that statement. Anyone catch this? In Ian Pulaski's statement to police mentioned that Lori and Chad used a Malachite bomb. No. A Malachite bomb. What is it? Like a... I'm going to have to look this up. Malachite bomb. Okay, so you can get... Okay. So is this like a pain relieving balm? It almost looks like like a pain cream. You can get it in mint, lemon balm, melon plants, thyme, training blues. All this stuff is so weird. I'm going to have to look into this more today when I get some free time. I didn't hear that. It looks like it's pain cream. We only have, it looks like a jar of, like the old timers used to call it, Litman or something like that. Smells like minty. That's what it looks like to me. It's for healing. Okay. I thought it was for healing. Hey, I use Tiger Balm sometimes, Michelle. I'm going to tell you what really helps my pain better than anything is willow bark pain relieving cream. Look it up. Willow bark pain relieving cream. It says it's nature's aspirin. It doesn't have a smell to it. It's like $12 a tube. I get mine at Tractor Supply, but you can order it online. That stuff really works, and I like it because it's all natural. Okay, Molly says it was in Ian's statement to police. Cement shoes. I'm smelling like pain relieving cream because I'm out of my willow bark and I've been using like the old school kind. Willow bark's in a couple of supplements I take. Really juju positive. Well, I know that like I call it my miracle cream. I do because I have tendonitis on my Achilles heel. I got a knot back there. It's about the size of a golf ball now. It hurts like hell. It's right on that cord that moves your foot, allows you to turn it. And I can put that willow bark cream on that and it stops hurting. Or eases off a little bit, yeah. Willow bark. My sister uses it for her horse on his hips, former barrel racer. Yes, it's great. I do too, CC. Great for my arthritis. I didn't know you could get willow bark in supplements. I'm going to have to look into that. See if there's any like supplements, for pain or something. There may be. Now, I have tried the CBD pain cream and it works pretty good, but I still like my willow bark just a little bit better. Cement shoes, you've got to try it. I'm telling you, it's like $12 for it too, but it's worth it though. Crap, I'd pay $25 for it if I had to. Now I get mine at Tractor Supply, but you can find it online. I've Googled it before. Is your email in your about section? I can give it to you right. I think it is in my about section. But I'll give it to you. If it's not, I need to put it in there. I need to redo my about section. I see it in catalogs. Yeah. Well, the last couple times that I've went to Tractor Supply to get some, there's not been any. Like everyone's discovered my secret. Willow bark works. CBD works better ingested. CBD never helped me, Emily said. Yeah, my mom pays like 50 or $60 for some CBD pain relieving cream she puts on. And, I've tried it. Willow bark works better for me. Sure does. My problem is at nighttime with my tendonitis, really, to be honest. When I try to sleep and, your foot's in like the same position, oh my gosh, I wake up, it about kills me. Probably stocking up because of COVID, CC. Yeah, I'm going to go back. We're seeing Mark back today and see if they have any. If they don't, I'm going to order some offline. I will send you some information. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love using Epsom salt. Yes. Do you, like at Walmart, they sell the bags of Epsom salt and they have different kinds. They got, some that's like a Hawaiian smell to it. Then they got some pain relieving, salt soak, and just different kinds. Lavender, you name it, they got it. I like the one that actually relieves the pain. You can buy like a little pack of it or like a big bag of it. So I'm in Canada. How does one go about telling law enforcement about the rings being Malachite? Never done anything like this before. Michelle, I don't know unless you just contacted the Rexburg Police Department, or they could have a tip line. I would say call in maybe the tip line. But you could call just and ask to speak to an investigator. Because this is the first time I heard of it, anything about her ring being Malachite or even what Malachite was. The other day, someone left a comment, like I said, he was talking about it. And then y'all this morning talking about it. I've not heard anybody else mention it, though, on YouTube besides that. Okay, I'll look after I drop the kids off. Okay, Michelle, be safe. I'm going to get off here, guys. I will see y'all in the morning. I'm going to try to do a member stream on the porch later. I know I say that a lot and then it don't happen, but I'm going to be home like a lot today by myself. So, yeah, we're going to enjoy some coffee on the porch. I will post right before, about an hour before I'm going to do my live. And we'll just chit chat. Maybe we'll talk about some updates if there's any. But y'all have a great day. Be kind and be safe and peace. And thank you for your support, every one of you. I love you guys. Appreciate you so much. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for the super chat again, Will. Appreciate it.